Honorable SPM, speech on annual financial statement for the year 2019-20.
स्पीकर सर, सगळ्यांत पयलीं हांव याद करता आमचे प्रेरणास्थान आनी आधुनीक गोंय घडोवपाची घटमूट बुन्याद घालपी सर्गेस्त मनोहरभाई पर्रीकर हांची. बाकीवा बोरकर हांच्या उतरांनी सांगपाचें जाल्यार देखणी ती जीवने जी तृप्तीची तीर्थोदके, चांदणे ज्यातुनी वाहे शुभ्र पाऱ्यासारके, चांदणे ज्यातुनी वाहे शुभ्र पाऱ्यासारके. ह्या उतराक सार्थ थारोवपी जीण जगिल्ल्या मनोहरभाईंच्या स्वप्नांतलें सुंदर, सुरक्षीत, सुशिक्षीत विकासाचे नवे पायडी घालपी गोंय घडोवपा खातीर सबका साथ, सबका विकास, सबका विश्वास साधपी अशें सर्वव्यापी, सर्वस्पर्शी प्रशासन दिवपाची मोख मुखार दवरून आयज हांव तुमच्या मुखार हो अर्थसंकल्प दवरता. सभापती महाशय, सर्गेस्त मनोहर पर्रीकर यांची याद सदांच आमच्या मदीं उरची म्हणून मिरामार हांगा तांचें स्मारक निर्माण करपा खातीर 10 कोटी रुपयाची अर्थसंकल्पीय तरतूद करपाची हांव आयज घोशणा करता. स्पीकर सर, first and foremost, I would like to thank colleagues of my party who have shown faith in me and chosen me as their leader. Sir, the annual financial statement for the year 2019-20 was laid before this august house by late Sri Manohar Parrikar. I stand before you today to take further the task envisaged by Sri Manohar Parrikar to make Goa as an ideal state, a modern state in Union of India. My priorities in these budgets are job creation, investment in health, education and agriculture. Fiscal profile. Sir, I now present a brief fiscal profile of the state. The state has adopted the prudent fiscal policy and kept the deficit and debt stock related to the gross state domestic product at the sustainable level. The gross fiscal deficit maintained for the current fiscal is 1.67%, which is well within the prescribed norms of 3%. The GSDP estimated for the year 1920 is estimated rupees 84,888.89 crores, and Goa's per capita income at current price is at 5.02 lakhs, which is the highest in the country. The growth rate is approximately 10%. 12 years after the implementation of the value-added tax in 2005, India rolled out the goods and services tax on 1st July 2017. The GST is by far the largest tax reform in India, paving the way of a single national market. The GST cess Act 2017 is a compensation cess that is levied on specific items and services for compensation to the state for the loss of revenue on the implementation of the GST. Thus, the state of Goa remains protected on revenue received for first 5 years of GST implementation with an annual increase of 14%. Sir, revenue mobilization remains the key to attaining the budget targets. As the GST stabilizes and mining resumes, it should boost the state revenue capacity and support the resumption of the fiscal consolidation. The debt repayment cost of debt taken 10 years back are occupying the growing proportionate of the committed expenditure. The state of Goa has been maintaining the Consolidated Sinking Fund (CSF) and Guarantee Redemption Fund (GRF) with the Reserve Bank of India as buffer for the repayment of the state debt liabilities. As on 31st March 2019, the corpus of Consolidated Sinking Fund is 603.54 crores and corpus of Guaranteed Redemption Fund is 303.90 crores. the budget estimated for the year 2019-20. Speaker, sir, I'm happy to present the revenue surplus budget of rupees 455.10 crores. The total gross budgetary expenditure works out rupees 19,548.69 crores as against the budgetary estimated of rupees 17,123.28 crores. For the year 2018-19, representing the increase of 14.16%. Out of this total estimated expenditure, rupees 13,308.26 crore is towards the revenue account and rupees 487.45 crores is towards the capital account. The revenue receipts for the current fiscal years are estimated at rupees 16,035.22 crores as against of rupees 13,664.94 crores estimated for the year 2018-19, showing an increase of 17.35%. The state-owned tax revenue, including the state share of the central taxes, is 9,039.19 crores as against 8,257.19 crores estimated last year. Sir, I have not compromised on implementation of any welfare scheme or on a capital expenditure on infrastructure development while making present budget provision. On revenue accounts, I have restricted the provision to the essential revenue expenditure. Planning, administration and revenue sector. Speaker, sir, bad administration, to be sure, can destroy good policy. But good administration can never save bad policy. Therefore, for any state, you require the good policy as well as the good administration to implement that policy. Sir, my government will establish state institution for transforming the Goa on the lines of Niti Aayog, which will function as an autonomous body to assist, advise and guide the state government in policy making and in formulation, implementation, monitoring, sustainable development goal and evaluation of the various developmental plans. It will also serve as a knowledge hub to the state in replicating the best practices which are suited for the sustainable development of the state. Sir, in order to bring the major government offices under one roof and out of city, I propose to construct an administrative complex at Pato, Panji to accommodate all government offices which are now scattered across the Panji city, including Junta House. Speaker, sir, georeferencing is the need of the new digital age. Therefore, keeping this in view, I intend to implement georeferencing of all land records, which will be partly financed by the Government of India in order to cater of the demand of the local public and to make available all the land and records at the doorstep. I propose to open new taluka level offices at Darbandoda and Sange Taluka. I also intend to set up the ultra-modern record room, one in each district and taluka level offices for preservation, conservation and maintenance of the land record with the central financial assistant. सोशल सेक्टर. सभापती महाशय, स्वातंत्र्यवीर सावरकर हाणे म्हणा, देहाकडून देवाकडे जाताना मध्ये देश लागतो आणि मी त्याचं देणं लागतो. देहाकडून देवाकडे जाताना मध्ये देश लागतो आणि मी त्याचं देणं लागतो. ही सामाजिक जपसालदारकी मती धरून आम्ही कल्याणकारी योजनेचा हवेस धरला. टू लुक आफ्टर वेलफेअर ऑफ द सोसायटी is the prime responsibility of the government Speaker, sir, my government believes in social commitment and responsibility, and therefore we have formulated innovating scheme like Dayanand Social Security, Ladli Lakshmi, Graha Aadhar scheme. Today, as a result of this scheme, we see the pleasant smile on the face of senior citizen, the sense of dignity on the face of housewife, and boosted self-confidence in a girl child, which certainly increased the happiness index of Goa. However, it is the same time it is the responsibility of the government to ensure that these schemes are not misused and benefit only the genuine and needy people. Speaker, sir, in order to upgrade the government infrastructure at pre-primary level, I propose to construct 100 model Anganwadis in entire state of Goa to provide the best infrastructure to children of age group up to 6 years and who are attending Anganwadis. The work has started in 15 Anganwadi centers through GSIDC. Industries, employment, tourism and allied sector. Speaker, sir, for next 3 years, my government will give utmost thrust on creation of employment and job opportunities to Goan youth, along with generating the sizable revenue for the state. Sir, under ease of doing business, I have already been implemented single window system under Investment Promotional Board. Now I propose to digitize entire process of this single window system by digitizing entire back-end process of all the line departments. Speaker, sir, my government will take all the steps to preserve as well as to revive Goan handicraft, thereby integrating our traditional artisanship with modern art by providing specialized training to Goan artisan on a modern art. The product development, design, package and marketing, etc. that the taluka level Meravas, workshop and handicraft fair will be conducted to support and encourage rural artisans. Sir, the future of the world lies in information technology and the service and application based on it. The vision for the information technology aims at harnessing the contemporary and future trends in IT for the benefit of citizens, businessmen and entrepreneurs. The objectives to achieve are threefold. That is, to make the life of citizens ease through better delivery of the services and better planning of the policies to inculcate the future of entrepreneurships among youth to generate employment. On the policy front, Goa Startup Policy 2017 has already been notified and implemented by the state government. Coming years will see the likely benefits the policy accruing to the industry and citizens alike. The government is also in the process of launching the revised IT policy to encourage an existing IT industry to scale up and to new companies to become and establish a base in Goa. Speaker, sir, the state in recent year is host the various cultural and intellectual events like Serendipity Festival, Lokutsav, DD Kosambi Festivals of Ideas, recent held the Nobel Series and annual IFI. Besides, we have our own indigenous culture festival like Sanjaung, Shimgotsav. This festival attracts the kind of tourists and visitors of the different segments who are genuinely interested in heritage, culture and intellectual aspects. Besides enjoying their holiday, keeping this in mind, I propose an annual event calendar for the state, which will be well marketed, highlighted at the various cultural and religious festives besides other events being hosted in the state. Speaker, sir, there is an increase in the footfall of tourists, both the domestic and international, and therefore there is an urgent need to provide appropriate infrastructure in terms of wayside facilities to visiting the tourist so that the roadside and open space are maintained clean and unique aesthetic of our villages surrounding are preserved. I propose outsourcing such centers where adequate users of change room facilities, toilet, dining, etc. are provided for. The revenue and operational model will be the suitable prepared. Education sector. Speaker, sir, the foundation of education in terms of quantity is already been laid in the Goa. Sir, now the time has come to improve the academic quality of our education to match with the world, the best academic system, and my government will take all steps to improve academic quality from the primary to university level. Sir, I intend to strengthen Goa Board with streamlining of examination and evaluation system and providing high quality academic experts to various studies of the various subjects of Goa Board. The freedom struggle of the Goa has been already incorporated in a school curriculum. Speaker, sir, in order to maintain the hygiene and avoid absenteeism of the girl child from the school, my government has involved the NGOs to provide the sanitary napkin to all government schools, government high secondaries on the normal price, along with the dispenser and incinerator for the disposal facilities which can be directly availed by girl student. Deployment of 72 trained counsellors and 16 supervisors under Goa Education Development Corporation, thereby covering 264 secondary and higher secondary school. Revision of the state CWSN scheme, streamlining teacher training of the primary to the higher secondary by a CRT. Deployment of the master trainer at a block level for a training primary and upper primary teachers through block resource center are some of the initiatives enhance quality of the education. Sir, this is the era of providing skill-based education to the students, which will develop inbuilt skill in the students and make them more and more employable. Therefore, I propose to extend the various skill-based program even to the aided school under the National Skill Development Framework after successful implementation this in the government school. Sir, in order to develop scientific temper among the students, I propose to encourage the teachers by supporting them for making innovative teaching learning aids, demonstration and experiment in the science or innovative concept, organize the science symposium, conference, educational tour, well-equipped laboratories with the spirit of scientific environment, making the use of scientific literature and preparation of the science and maths, books, journals, etc. The recently inaugurated incubation center at a Goa Science Center, Miramar, is another iconic step in this direction. Speaker, sir, in order to create adequate and appropriate infrastructure in the education sector, I have created Educational Development Fund, which is being managed by Goa Education Development Corporation. The High Power Committee is monitoring the fund and grants the administrative approval and financial sanction for the infrastructure project, as well as for purchase of the equipment based on the request proposal received from the Department of Education, Higher Education and Technical Education. All three departments will contribute towards this fund from the budget provision made for this purpose in the respective departments. Sir, my government will also implement various programs at a college and university level which will encourage the student to take up the campus startups in their early age. Sir, I am concerned about the quality and technical education at the present days. In order to bring the qualitative improvement in technical education, as a first step, I propose to revamp the entire curriculum and bring it on par with the best in the country. Goa University and Board of Technical Education will entrust this task. थोर समाज सुधारक महात्मा ज्योतिबा फुले म्हणून गेल्यात की विद्येविना मती गेली मती विना नीती गेली, नीती विना गती गेली, गती विना वित्त गेले, इतके अनर्थ एका अविद्येने केले. आमचे सरकार शिक्षण क्षेत्राक सगळ्यात चड प्राधान्यक्रम दीत आयिल्लो आसा आनी हांव ह्या क्षेत्राच्या विकासाचेर आनिकूय भर दितलो. Clean Goa, Green Goa. Speaker sir, our Honorable Prime Minister Sri Narendra Modi has rightfully given the thrust on cleanliness and hygiene through the Swachh Bharat mission. Taking this mission forward, I intend to make Goa open defecation free state. The government will provide the toilets to each and every house without toilet facilities. With a nominal 5% of the contribution in the case of SC and SC communities, 10% contribution from the OBC communities and 20% contribution from the general community. Speaker sir, commitment of this government towards the systemic and scientific solution in the use of the waste management has been reaffirmed by the creation of the Department of the Waste Management. The new department of the Government of Goa will address all issues pertaining to the management of e-waste, hazardous waste, biomedical waste, construction waste, as well as the plastic waste. The development of the plastic waste to the diesel facilities at Pedne, it is another step in the direction to taking this menace. The government is committed to tackling the waste management issue head-on. This issue is being tackled at a multiple level and the local bodies are being assisted in all ways possible through the Goa Waste Management Corporation. Solid waste management facilities at Saligaon processing average 150 tons of waste per day since commencement. I propose to upgrade the Saligaon plant for the existing capacity of the 250 tons. I propose to take up the new solid waste management facilities at Kakora with 100-ton capacity. Sir, it has to be understood that along with the technological improvement in collection, transportation and scientific disposal of waste, we need to work and parallelly achieve the mindset and attitude change in our citizens. This can be achieved only through a well-directed and focused social awareness campaign and communication strategy throughout the state. Till date, throughout the Goa Waste Management Corporation, the government has developed the training and teaching aid booklet on the waste management, which we propose to incorporate in the school curriculum in Goa. Health sector. Sir, आरोग्यम धनसंपदा ही उक्ती आमकां सगळ्यांक खबर आसा. म्हणूनच आरोग्याच्या क्षेत्रात समग्र विकासा खातीर आमी कार्यरत आसात. My government has already laid foundation stone and work has already started for super specialty block at Goa Medical College for the treatment in cardiology, cardiovascular surgery, plastic surgery, gastroenterology, neurosurgery, neurology, endocrinology, etc. with an investment of around 350 crores, which will be one of the largest super specialty block in the country. Speaker sir, I also proposed establishing tertiary care center with the investment of around 45 crores at Goa Medical College and services of the high specialized medical oncology and surgical oncologist will be engaged. We have completed construction of the cottage hospital at Chikalim, construction of the hospital and hostel at Mandur, extension of the RMO hostel for GMC and restoration of old Asilo hospital at Mapsa. During the year, the focus will complete the district hospital at Margaon. Construction of new premises for CSC 2M, health center at Kasaulim and health center at Kakora. The construction of 100-bedded hospital for IPHP has been taken up during this year. I am happy to inform that around 20 infrastructure projects have been completed during last year and another 15 major projects are advanced stage and will be completing during this year. Development of the dialysis center at Community Health Center in Valpoi, creation of the Ayush wing in an amidst Directorate of the Health Services initiating process for setting up of 2 number of the district Ayush hospitals, improved outreach of 108 ambulance and horse van services are in the series of initiatives aimed at improving the healthcare facilities in the state. Sir, I also propose to strengthen Deen Dayal Swasthya Seva Yojana. I already empaneled more hospitals under this scheme. Transport sector. The construction of the modern, spacious and well-equipped transport bhavan is in need of the hour to cater the need of the state. Therefore, I propose to construct the full-fledged transport bhavan in the state. Speaker, sir, I propose to undertake upgradation of bus terminals at Panji, Mapsa, Bicholim and Margaon with the ultra-modern state-of-the-art facilities on PPP mode in phased manner. I propose to take up the modernization in 9 existing jetties under the Sagarmala program of the Government of India. These jetties are Aldona, Raibandra, Old Goa and Pirgaon in river Mandavi, Banastari in Kumbarjua Canal and Rasai, Durbad, Shiroda and Savardam in river Zuari. The total cost of the project is 73 crores. Agriculture and allied sectors. Speaker, sir, we refer to our motherland as Sujalam Sufalam, Malayjala Shitalam, Sasya Shamalam, Mataram, Vande Mataram. I reiterate my commitment towards the Goa agriculture ethos and identity. Agriculture has remained backbone of any developing society. I propose to focus on organic farming. Sir, the vegetables grown organically are in tremendous demand. I also propose to encourage organic farming in paddy, cashew and coconut. Under the central scheme PM Kisan Samman Nidhi, 2,934 farmers have been identified as the beneficiaries in the state of Goa and the first 2 installments of rupees 2,000 each have been released. Cashew has been our premier cash crop and I seek emphasizes on the need to give the more support for enhance the production. My government will engage with ICAR Goa to help the cashew cultivators to improve the quality and quantity of their produce. Our ancient settler develops the unique system of the paddy cultivation by reclaiming the marshy saline areas which we call the khazans. This is a marvel of traditional wisdom. There is an urgent need of conserve this khazan. The few demo units will be developed an idle khazan system in Bicholim, Bardesh, Tiswadi and Salset area to revive the traditional khazan system so as to make successful model. Speaker, sir, milk production in Goa is increasing day by day due to sustainable efforts of my government. In order to strengthen the primary dairy societies and enable farmers to get remunerative price of the milk, the 56 primary societies have been supplied with the automatic milk collection units costing of rupees 1.37 lakhs each, the free of cost in Sattari and Fonda Taluka. The remaining societies in the rest of the talukas will be covered during the current financial year. Infrastructure sector. Speaker, sir, the development of the infrastructure is the essence of any happy, healthy and sustainable economical climate of our state. I am proud to inform the House that the major arms of the new Mandavi Bridge, Atal Setu, were completed and opened for the vehicular traffic by our ex-Chief Minister, late Sri Manor Parrikar. This has eased the traffic congestion expected by the traffic moving from the North Goa to South Goa, as well as the decongested entry of the vehicular traffic into Panji. The Fonda and Panji arm will be completed soon after the monsoon. Speaker, sir, my government has also been thrust towards creating the proper working environment in the departments. In this financial year, I propose to complete new buildings as under Forest Department, Commercial Tax Department, the construction of the new building for Goa Board of Secondary and Higher Secondary Education, renovation of building of Directorate of Higher Education, construction of administrative building of Captain of Ports. The government will also take up construction of administrative complex of accommodation of the government offices at Bicholi. The upgradation of existing fire station in Panji, the construction of new administration and training blocks for fire station at Panji, construction of the modern fire station at Valpai and Bicholi. Speaker, sir, my government is constantly monitoring execution of the various national highway projects sanctioned and full funded by Union government and expected to be completed by 2019, which includes Khandepar Bridge costing 297 crores, 4-laning of the Dhavri bypass costing of 61.38 crores, missing link of NH4A costing of 184.05 crores, Margao Western bypass costing of rupees 298.33 crores, Kankona bypass with Talpana and Galjibag bridges costing of 280.16 crores. Speaker, sir, my government is also monitoring construction of new Zuari bridge and approach costing of rupees 1,402 crores, which is presently under the execution in full swing and completion by December 2020, which will be the boost the economy of the state. Similarly, the project of 4-laning of NH4A and NH17 are approved in principle under the National Highway Development Program by Union Government. 2 packages of NH17 from Patradevi to Karaswada and Karaswada to Bambolim with the cost of rupees 1,487 crores are under execution and to be completed by December 2020. Speaker, sir, as approved in principle by Union Government under Bharatmala project for a length of 200 kilometers costing of 2,500 crores and 100 kilometers straight road under recently the National Highway Network, the detailed project reports are now under preparation and will be soon submitted to avail the central funds. Jal Shakti. Speaker, sir, with the vision of my government to ensure round the clock the water supply for every considering in the state with an aim to provide 100 LPCD for rural areas and 150 LPCD for urban areas. Speaker, sir, the villages are covered with a piped water supply scheme, and with the launch of Jal Shakti Abhiyan by the newly created Ministry of Jal Shakti, the approach will be now covered all the household with the piped water connection with the individual meter connection. Speaker, sir, water supply project totally 90 MLD costing of rupees 370 crores, which are announced by Honorable Ex-Chief Minister, are ready for the execution and have been prioritized by government, which includes first 15 MLD water treatment plant at Porvorim, 15 MLD Chandel water treatment plant, 5 MLD Kankona water treatment plant, 30 MLD water treatment plant at Tuem, 20 MLD water treatment plant at Girim, and 5 MLD water treatment plant at Netravali. Speaker, sir, 10 MLD water treatment plant at Mysal costing rupees 52 crores is presently commissioned, and balance work will be commissioned in the next few months. 27 MLD water treatment plant to improve the water supply position to Panji city costing of rupees 72 crores is nearing of completion. Speaker, sir, 25 MLD water treatment plant at Ganjem costing of 111 crores will be taken up for the execution as the project which was held up due to the land issue. Speaker, sir, my government will also take up the additional water supply treatment plant totaling 55 MLD costing of rupees 60 crores, which includes 30 MLD Osnoda water treatment plant, 10 MLD Padoshe water treatment plant, and 10 MLD Sal water treatment plant, 5 MLD Anjuna water treatment plant. Speaker, sir, ongoing prestigious JICA project for augmentation of water supply and sewerage facilities is nearing the completion. My government will ensure that the entire JICA project will be completed and commenced by the December 2020. Speaker, sir, my government will ensure that the above project will be completed before 2025, which will be enable us move forward and moving away to achieve the Water Summit 24/7 water supply to all in the entire state of Goa with no discrimination between the rural and urban areas. Speaker, sir, my government will also take up replacement of age-old water supply pipeline of the various diameters in the entire state of Goa. And I shall approach the Ministry of the Jal Shakti to the central assistant for this project, and preparation of the detailed project report will be taken up. Speaker, sir, I propose to reintroduce the one-time settlement scheme for the payment of water bill by the defaulted domestic consumers and connection obtained for the construction purpose and have defaulted the payment during this year. Speaker, sir, to strengthen the water supply infrastructure in order to provide regular supply of the raw water for a drinking and other purpose, I propose to implement a new project of the pumping of the raw water from the Shapora River at Sal to the Sandel for the supply of the continuous raw water to the water treatment plant at Sandel, and 2M and pumping of the raw water from the Amthane Dam to LBMC at a Tilari project for the continuous raw water of the treatment plant at Osnoda, as well as the NVSEC water treatment plant at Girim and Porvorim. Speaker, sir, due to the scanty of the rainfall during the month of September last year, the groundwater level of the river flows declined due to the decline in the flow of the river Khandepar. Even the water treatment plant faced the shortage of the raw water, and which was replenished by the Water Resource Department by pumping the water from mining pits. In the state, 100 MLD of the raw water was pumped by WRD in a Khandepar river almost for 1.5 months. Even about the 600 MLD of the raw water was pumped from the mining pits for irrigation and drinking use at various places like Kondli, Vega, Sulla, Pari and Satona. Speaker, sir, conservation of the water is one of the important priority of my government. Around 291 post-rainwater harvesting structure, their bandaras have been constructed, through which the groundwater level has been recharged. I would like to revive the stress on the construction of the more bandaras through Water Resource Development Program of the Water Resource Department. Sewerage work. Speaker, sir, at present the sewerage coverage in the state of Goa is only 16%. With the aim to provide the better sewerage coverage in the state, the master plan for sewerage of entire state of Goa is prepared, amounting rupees 4,735 crores. The work will be taken up in a phased manner. Only 3 major towns in the state having the proper sewerage system, that is Panji, Madgaon, Vashko. The sewerage charges are collected in Panji, Madgaon, Vashko in the consumer water supply bill, that is 25% of the water consumption. The same sewerage charges are to be implemented all over Goa on consumption of the sewerage system in the various urban and rural areas. Speaker, sir, at present 20 MLD sewerage treatment plant at Margaon and Vashko are completed and commenced along with the sewer network. 1 MLD plant with a network completed and commissioned in Durbad village in Funda Taluka. Speaker, sir, the sewerage scheme amounting of rupees 300 crores at Navelim is in completion stage, and STP commenced. Sewerage scheme of amounting rupees 95 crores for Kolwa South Coastal Belt Phase 1, rupees 300 crores for Parvarim, and rupees 535 crores for Fonda are in progress. Also, the rehabilitation of the North Tongue main in Fatorda, Madgaon, amounting rupees 87.41 crores is in progress. Speaker sir, 80% sewer network in Naveli, Kolwa, Fonda and Porvorim are laid. STP for the Naveli is commenced. 7.5 MLD STP for Kolwa is completion stage. And construction of the 15 MLD STP for Fonda is in progress. The location of the STP for the Porvorim is yet to be finalized and work to be started. Speaker sir, the detailed project reports amounting of rupees 2,336 crores of the Kurchorem town, Kortalim, Dabolim and South Coastal Belt Phase 2, the Kandolim, Saligaon, Old Goa, Marcel, Bicholim, Valpoi, Pedne, etc. are prepared and will be taken up in a phased manner. Electricity. Speaker sir, to create the proper infrastructure for a power sector, I propose to undertake the erection of 220/33 kV gas insulated substation at 2M along with 220 kV double circuit line from 400/220 kV Kolwadi substation to 2M and 50 MVA 220/33 kV power transformer at 220 kV Fonda substation at total cost of rupees 133 crores. The work has been tendered, will be awarded shortly. I also would like to put the emphasis on the increase of power demand of the coastal belt areas in the North Goa by taking up the work of erection of 220/33 kV gas insulated substation at a Saligaon, along with the erection of 220 kV direct current line from 400/220 kV Kolwadi substation to Saligaon at a cost of rupees 140 crores. The work has been tendered and will be awarded shortly. To further accelerate industrial activity in and around at the Verna Industrial Estate and also ensure reliability of the power supply in South Goa, I undertake to take up the work of erection of 220/110/33 kV gas insulated substation at Verna along with the erection of 220 kV direct current line from Kadamba, Verna, Kokolim. This will ensure availability of the alternative supply from the southern as well as the western region in case of the breakdowns in either of the regional grids. The work has been tendered and presently under the evaluation. It will ensure that erection of 33/11 kV gas insulated substation at EDC, part of which is in progress, will be speeded up and completed during the year. The erection of 33/11 kV substation at Sal and at Karaswada will be speeded up for the early consumption of ensure reliability of the power supply in the vicinity. Further, we will also make it a point avail to the central fundings for taking up of the work of erection of 33/kV, the gas insulated substation at Altino Panji, Kalangut and at Naveli. The conversion of the conversion of overhead line network to underground cabling is one of the priority area. However, it requires a huge investment for the same. I therefore propose to take up the underground cabling works in town and other areas depending upon the priority from the electricity duty fund in a phased manner. The aerial bunched cabling of the 11 kV network costing around rupees 145 crores is already in progress under the funds and is almost completed. Under the tribal subplan, the new work of conversion of overhead 11 kV at Netravadi feeder to underground cabling at a cost of rupees 40 crores had been tendered and the work has been awarded. This will ensure the development in and around the tribal inhabited village. Another priority area for my government is the promotion of the clean energy. Already solar rooftops have been installed at a 14 substation location of the electricity department in Goa. I also intend to initiate the work for a supervisory control and data acquisition and distribution management system for the reliable operation of the network. Other sectors. Sir, I have noticed many of the government schemes and programs do not reach to the common people and ultimately to the end users. Therefore, I propose to revive Nave Parva magazine published by the Department of the Information and Publicity to make it regular monthly magazine which will reflect all government policy, programs, schemes, notifications, government job opportunities, etc. For this, the professional from the press media will be engaged. Speaker, sir, mining operation in Goa have stopped after the judgment of the Honorable Supreme Court since March 2018. My government is exploring all the possibilities to resume mining in Goa. In my recent meeting with a group of ministers, Minister of Mining, Finance, Trade, Agriculture and Petroleum, under the chairmanship of Union Home Minister Honorable Sri Amit Shah, there has been discussion on the various options and way out to resume the mining in Goa. The Mining Ministry of the Government of India has been asked to examine all judiciary and legislative options to resume the mining in Goa. I am extremely hopeful that with the assistance and guidance from the group of ministers, I will be able to resume the mining soon. Meanwhile, to continue with the mining-related trade, my government will auction available mineral dump and extracted ore in the interim period. Speaker, sir, I wish to conclude with the word of Bharat Ratna Atal Bihari Vajpayee. हार नहीं मानूंगा, रार नहीं ठानूंगा, काल के कपाल पे लिखता मिटाता हूँ, काल के कपाल पे लिखता मिटाता हूँ, मैं गीत नया गाऊंगा, मैं गीत नया गाता हूँ. I stand committed that I will not compromise in the interest of my state. I also optimist that my colleague in this august house and the people of Goa at large will support me in all my endeavors as the Chief Minister of the Goa. Thank you, Speaker, sir.
Now there will be general discussion on the budget for the state of the Goa for 2019-20. Those who want to speak, just to press the button.
I have pressed the button but nothing comes. I'm pressing the button for tomorrow. I want to press the button for today. Nothing, my name doesn't come there. How can I speak? Mr. Speaker, sir, I am not the leader of the opposition. The leader of opposition is sitting there. You should come and sit here. I will sit there.
No, hello. Tomorrow. Yes, sir, tomorrow.
That was my place. I will go there.
No, let it be tomorrow. No, tomorrow.
My name is written here.
Member Luizin,
I want to
are
speak.
you going to speak today?
I want to speak today.
Start.
Mr. Speaker, sir, I presume this is the budget speech of the Honorable Chief Minister. I've got it just right here now. But I have been keenly hearing on some of the important points that he has made, and I want certain explanation from him. He has spoken on education and other subjects. So I'm just asking clarification and proper guidance for the other members of the House. Mining, I have always taken up in the House. I know mining is not within the purview of the local government. But I had asked earlier also, Mr. Speaker, sir, what efforts has this government made to restart mining? How many times there have been meetings, and what has been the reply from the central government? Because this was an industry that was set up some 80, 90 years back, and perhaps even earlier. Nearly 40,000 families depend, because their members are directly employed in mining sector. And there are much more people who are dependent on mining. The business is down in most of the mining areas. And what effort the government is going to make? He has made an effort. He has said that he has made a mention on it. But when will it start? Will it start after the monsoons? We would like to have a specific reply. Will the mining start after the monsoons? Tell us what efforts have been made. After all, you have the government at the center, we have the government here. Some amendment is required. Mr. Speaker, sir, some amendment is required to the lease agreement given to the various mine owners. Perhaps that is one of the reasons, and how the lease was renewed, etc., etc. All these, we would like to have an explanation whether it would start or not. Because a lot of people, I had asked a question in the assembly here, there are a lot of people who are dependent on mining. There are trucks belonging to individuals. And there are at least 2 or 3 families dependent on that business after each truck. I've got a reply in the House that so many thousand trucks are employed for mining directly. They are now rotting, actually. In Chief Minister's own constituency, even in my constituency to a certain extent. Now what is happening? Are we going to have the mining activity resumed? And what efforts have been made on the part of this government? He's talked about industries. How many new industries have come up in the last 2 or 3 years? We would like to know, and what is the potential that has been created for employment? I'm glad in the budget speech he has mentioned about education. Just like air and water in the 21st century, we need education. And education and education. But after we have education, we need gainful employment in various technical and non-technical industries and other professions. Goa may have the highest per capita income. If two people have maybe thousands of rupees and some 4 people have less, absolutely below poverty line, you mix the whole thing and make an average and say we have the highest per capita income. Was it an average figure? This is my question. When we say we have the highest per capita income in the country, how have we come to the conclusion that this is the highest, every individual has got that? It is not so. There may be 10 people having crores of rupees income, but 100 people having practically less. So this is only divided. And you have shown that we have highest per capita income. Is it average income? Or is it only a few people divided into so many people, their income? I would also like to know how many new industries have come up and what has been the potential. Now, yesterday I had put a question, I think I've got a reply, or today I don't know, about sugar factory. It has been making tremendous losses. Are we going to continue that way? Putting in money? It has nearly had, I think, I don't know, 100 crores? Or how many crores? 100 crores it has lost. We could have got so many sugar factories in every taluka, but that is not, we should think of getting some proper solution for this. Because the sugarcane in Goa does not have the yield that Maharashtra has, or Upghats. Our yield is very poor, sugar content is very poor, percentage of sugar content. And therefore, I think only once or twice we broke even as far as the factory is concerned. And all the time, the reply that we got, the factory has made a loss. Most of the farmers depend. You can't even close the factory. I would not ask you to close the factory. But work out something. I had said, if we can get potable alcohol out of it, and some other byproducts, and we can export them. Ethanol, let's potable alcohol. And maybe there is some research, there is, in Pune, there is a research institute from where we can get some information. I would also, I think I mentioned already how many new industries have come up in Goa. I did not get a reply for that. Any new industry which is employing more people, maybe more than 10, if you can tell us how many such industries have been registered and how many are functioning in Goa. And we were giving some backward area subsidy in those days for attracting industries. Is this still continued? Subsidy to the industries that come into Goa, so that we can give gainful employment to our people, the Goans. Otherwise, we have got educational institutions, and the consciousness of educating the children has gone into every nook and corner of the state. It's a beautiful sight to see the children coming into the schools and going home in the afternoon, etc., in the mornings and evenings. As far as education is concerned, we need to put smart boards in most of the schools, upgrade the system. I'm glad that new methods are being taught. You also mentioned in your speech just now that skill-based programs would help the schools, such as industrial training institutes, etc. Now, what are these skill-based programs? I think I would like the Chief Minister to delineate the whole thing and explain it to the House. The programs, technical programs, what technical programs you are going to have these new institutions. It's a very good thing that you are talking of clean Goa. But many of the countries which have remained, but many times we are a tourist state, which have the foreign countries where they are have a cleanliness drive. I think we'll have to punish people, fine them if they throw rubbish on the road or anything. This is what will require a legislation in Goa. We should be the first state in this country where people who throw rubbish on the roads and etc., throw bottles and whatnot everywhere, because we are a tourist state and we import a lot of tourists coming in here. A lot of them come and they are not trained. They will have a drink and throw the bottle out. Plastic has become it's a utility value as well as it is a nuisance. It doesn't get decomposed. The plastic is everywhere. It's in the sea, it is in the rivers, it's all over the place. We have to be very careful about this, and this throwing rubbish or throwing paper or throwing anything on the roadside or anywhere outside place. And we must have a clean garbage collection system all over, even in the village, because we are a small state. Treated and a garbage treatment plants, both North and South Goa. We have got only 2 districts. I think as far as that is concerned, you will have to pass a legislation. Fine the people if you throw things on the road. Our people go abroad. They will eat something, put it in the pocket, the chocolate or something, and throw it in the waste paper basket. Train our students to use the waste paper basket, not to throw things here and there. I think that punitive method would definitely help. It's still there in many of the parts. Our Goans who are working abroad will come and tell you that this is so. Kalle bahir udele, kagad bigad sagale. That should not be. Our people should see that by legislation, fine the person. Even if you put 5 rupees or 10 rupees fine, it's all right. But fine them for throwing things on the road, etc. We must keep Goa clean. And we should be the first state in India. If we can do that, I would really congratulate the Chief Minister. You have said in education, skill-based programs. What are these skill-based programs here? We have got ITIs and everything, but I would like you to tell us clearly what are the skill-based programs you are going to take. Now you are giving 10% and 20% for public toilets. Don't do that. Give it to individuals who are building toilets at home and find them if they are found outside doing things on the roadside and all that. You can't do it you go in the neighboring countries in Asia itself, Singapore for example. You'll be fined. Perhaps you'll be put behind bars if you start dirtying on the roads. We don't, but a fine is all right. Even throwing rubbish on the road or defecating in the public. We should not allow. Instead, give this 10 and 20% contribution of toilets. Most of the people have toilets, but still, even the poorest of the poor should be helped. Ask the block development officers to go to the villages and help them. But we don't have the block development officers, don't call the block meetings of the sarpanchas and others. Start it, please. It has been closed. So that at the grassroots level, at the ground level, we can have some development. And we can also improve the state. Let us be the first state to bring in some discipline as far as rubbish being thrown here and there. Now, we must have a healthy population. Therefore, we need sports grounds. Now, there are more or less sports grounds in every, practically, village. But we need to improve them. And we must also have swimming pools. You subsidize that. Huh? Swimming pools in different small towns. Help us. Or give subsidy to the panchayats. You have talked of organic farming. But we see lot of fallow lands. Mr. Speaker, while coming from Mapsa to Porvorim, you used to see a lot of paddy. Where is it gone? There is no paddy. Nobody is planting anything. Those paddy fields are fallow. We have to go into it, find out, and give remunerative prices to the farmers or help them. A lot of lands have been left fallow. Huh? Bandaras and all are there, but nobody is cultivating. There are no farmers. Everybody wants government jobs and other jobs. Everybody is educated and they feel shy to go and work. It's a sad thing. They are going to upgrade the health centers. That's what was in the budget speech. Honorable Chief Minister said that he would upgrade the health. But healthy mind, healthy body just doesn't develop like that. Huh? Example what, man? Due to rain, I can't go and walk and I'm getting a little tummy. Therefore, I go on the treadmill because you see, you must do exercise and to keep the people healthy. It's all right, we build hospitals here and there. Instead of that, also put swimming pools, take interest in sports, and that it should be done for practically every constituency. Huh? This is what my request is. Let us have gyms, let us have swimming pools so that our sports, we lay stress on sports and education. And in agriculture, we have to see why the lands have been let fallow. In Bardes, you must have seen, Mr. Speaker, coming from Bicholim. Those used to be paddy fields full of rice fields. There's nothing coming on that except grass. And revive the block development committees at the grass level, so that even the MLAs, the sarpanchas, everybody, if you want to take the government schemes to the grassroots, which has been discontinued, and therefore, instead of keeping things in the central level and in the assembly level, let it go to the grassroots, in the panchayat level. And the block development committees have to be revived, which have been stagnant. There has been nothing. There are block development officers who are paid salary. Government officers are paid salary. Let them work. And let the sarpanchas also and everybody get involved in the development process. With this, Mr. Speaker, sir, I feel that the certain things that I have mentioned need to be incorporated in this budget.
Member Chachi Alema. तो फारा हुए जाके
आक चळवलो बनाका बाजार टेंट दाखवले ते बऱ्या वळवलो बनाका मग स्पीकर सर बाजारा स्पीचेर थोडें सजेशन दिवपाक म्हाका उबो राविल्लो आसूं बाजार बऱ्या पूण ताणें एक डायलॉग मारला चीफ मिनिस्टरान प्लॅनिंग एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन एंड रेवेन्यू सेक्टर स्पीकर सर bad administration to be sure can destroy good policy but good administration can never save bad policy बऱ्या गेले हे डायलॉग पळय मला त्या डायलॉगाचेर कोडा चीफ मिनिस्टर ठीक करपा सोदी तें बरें करता स्पीकर सर हांव बजेट हाके आयकतालो म्हाका एक शॉक जालो स्पोर्ट्सा कांय केलें ना मरे स्पोर्ट्सा आवाज ना बजेटान कोडे आसतलो हाडले ना खबर ना ना स्पोर्ट्स कितें जाता प्रॉब्लेम आज सोंपलोलो गेलो तो चीफ मिनिस्टर आमगेलो लेट चीफ मिनिस्टर पारीकर बाबान कितें केलें की गोवा स्टेट गेम फुटबॉल म्हूण दवरली आनी तुका खबर आसतलें स्पीकर सर हे पावटी फर्स्ट टायम इन हिस्ट्री इंडियेचे स्पोर्ट्स मिनिस्टरान सेंट्रलाचे पयलेच पावटी 33 crore ऑल इंडिया फुटबॉलाक दिल्ले आहा आनी जेन्ना हांव GFAचो प्रेसिडेंट आहा गोवा फुटबॉल एसोसिएशनाचो हांव प्रेसिडेंट आहा लोकांनी एलेक्ट केलो म्हाका आतां आमचो आदलो चीफ मिनिस्टर प्रतापसिंह राणे सांगतालो की धाकले क्लब आहाय तांकां हाडपा जाय आनी हेका लागून एक क्लब वयर हाडपाक मुगेलो एक चिंतप आहा हांवें चीफ मिनिस्टरा कडेन गोवा फुटबॉल एसोसिएशनाक एक 5 crore रुपया ह्या बजेटांत दिवपाक त्या 5 crore रुपया तर दिले जाल्यार हे बारीक पड क्लब आहा सगळे ते क्लबांक आमच्यांनी सारके तयार करपाक जाय स्पीकर सर स्पोर्ट्स मिनिस्टर आहा तो ना म्हणपाक ना तो जाबाच करतालो फकत बजेटांत पास करपाक जाय हांव आतां चोयतां ओडीस आसताली स्पोर्ट्स मिनिस्टर एकी पाटी आमकां गेले मरे थोडे फुटबॉल आनी थोडे कितें एकी पाटी ओडीस वर्सां आमकां मेळा मरे 2 म्हयन्यांनी 6 म्हयन्यांनी दिताले हांव नको तुका कितली पाट मेळ्ळें तें म्हाका एकी पाट मेळ्ळा ओडीस एकी पाटी आमी सगळे बोर्सांतले घेवन दिवपाचे लोकांक खंय सांबाळपा ते पयशे तुमी आमकां मातशें हेजेर कितें करपा जाय कित्याक फुटबॉलाक एका स्पोर्ट्सान पयशे सुबेज दवरपा जाय स्पोर्ट्सान पयशे कितें दवरले तें खबर ना म्हाका पूण स्पोर्ट्सान पयशे सुबेज दवरपा जाय स्पिकर सर हांव कित्याक सांगू सोदतां आज फिटनेस म्हणटा तें स्विमींग पुलाचेर जावं वॉकिंग जावं फुटबॉलांत आज एक बरी ऑपॉर्च्युनिटी आहा कित्याक आज जायते आमची तरी बॉम्बे तरी आतां वचत न्हू बॉम्बे पयलीं बॉम्बे गेल्यार कितें जातालें खंयचे धाकटे धाकटे ग्रावंडाचेर हो क्रिकेट खेळटाले पूण आतां उलटी जालो आहा आतां तूं दोबिताला आसून तरी मेरल्यान गेलो जाय तूं सगळे ते हेजेर आतां फुटबॉल खेळटाय कित्याक फुटबॉल तरी खेळ्ळो भुरगो ताका डायरेक्टली जॉब मेळटा क्रिकेट तरी तूं खेळ्ळो तुका तरी क्रिकेटांत तरी घालतलो जाल्यार थिंग गोड फातर आसपा जाय ना चान्स ना सो तेका लागून फुटबॉल म्हणटा तो आज इम्पॉर्टंट जालो आहा आख्खे इंडियेक आनी हे प्रमाणे म्हाका मागता हांव चीफ मिनिस्टरा कडेन JFAक पयशे सुबेज दिवपाक तेजे भाशेन तेणें आय लिगेक हें केल्लें आहा एक बजेट केल्लें आहा आय लिगेकूय ते 3 करोडाचे पावनाय सुबेज जावपा जाय आनी म्हाका दिसता तुमी सगळे मानतले कित्याक आय लिगे बजेट 14 करोड 15 करोड जाता बरी गेम करता जाल्यार ना जायना ती गेम दुसरो पॉयंट म्हळ्यार इंडस्ट्रीक CM राणे म्हणटालो की इंडस्ट्री कसली हाडटा इंडस्ट्री हाडपा जाय पूण कितें हांव सदां हें हांव सांगता ट्रेनींग सेंटर म्हणटा तो पयलीं दिवपा जाय भुरग्यांक आमगे थोडे इंडस्ट्री हाडयो की ना ते इंडस्ट्रीन तुजे गेले जाल्यार आमगे 10% बस आसनाय कित्याक आमगे ट्रेन केलो भुरगीं आसनाय ट्रेन केला म्हणून आमगे भुरग्यांक चान्स आसना जी पट तूं इंडस्ट्री हाडटा ती इंडस्ट्री आसना म्हणून एक ट्रेनींग सेंटर करपा जाय आनी ट्रेनींग सेंटर करून एक भुरग्यांक आपोवपा जाय आनी ट्रेन करपा जाय बाबा अमकी अमकी इंडस्ट्री येतले यो तो बाबा तूं इतलो शिकलो आहा हें आहा हें आहा तें आहा तें घालून तें तयार करपा जाय नाजाल्यार इंडस्ट्री हाडीत रावले सगलो वयलो लोक गेलो तें गोंयांत ना जातलें सो गोंयकारांक तरी प्रोटेक्ट करपा जाय इंडस्ट्रींत सो गोंयकारांक तरी प्रोटेक्ट करतलो इंडस्ट्री आसना म्हणून ट्रेनींग सेंटर म्हणटा तो आसपा जाय फाटले चीफ मिनिस्टरान एक बंदी घातल्या म्हणजे कितें एड्युकेशनाचेर कितें म्हणजे B.Ed आनी D.Ed आनी नाका म्हूण स्पिकर सर एक आवय बापूय कितें कोता आपल्या गेलो चेडो जावं चेडू शिकोत तरी मुखार आवय बापायक शिकोवन दिसता पूण जेन्ना B.Edक आनी D.Edक जाग नाय आनी D.Ed आनी B.Ed कित्याक दिवपा जायना म्हणल्यार मागीर तुमी हिंगा नोकऱ्यो मेळनाय आज आमची कितलीं भुरगीं हरियाणाच्या आटे वचून टिचर जाल्याय हरियाणा वयताय महाराष्ट्रा वयताय जण एकलो आपल्यागे चोयत मागीर आपल्या जॉब खंय तरी सोदिता पूण तांकां बंद दवरपा जायना बंद दवरप सारकें ना B.Ed आनी D.Edक आनी दिवपाक जाय आनी ह्यो कॉलेज तयार जावपा जाय आनी दिवपा जाय तांकां आनी क्लास्यो कित्याक हांव मागता जायत कॉलेजींनी मागलोले आहाय पूण ते न्हय दिवपा जाय कित्याक एक आवय बापूय आपल्याक कोश्ट कोता आपल्याक जावं तो चेडो चेडू एक बरें जातलें मुखार सरतलें आनी तें मुखार घालपाक ती आवडटाय पूण सरकारान बंद दवरपा जायना म्हगे मागणें कित्याक हांव जाणा जॉब दिवपा आसनाय पूण जॉब दिना जाल्यार जॉब वयता घेताय खंय वचून ऑटोमॅटीक घेताय तर हांव मागता ह्यो 3 वस्तूचेर हांवें तुमकां हें दिलां म्हाका आनी चलो बरो बाजार सगळ्या बऱ्या मायनिंगाचेर इतली म्हाका गॅरंटी आहा मायनिंगाचेर आज चीफ मिनिस्टर पळय उलयला आजूय उलयला फाटल्या दिसा उलयला 100% मायनींग चालू जातलें केस जातलें तें तो सांगना कित्याक सांगितल्यार सगळें पाळ पडलें सो जातलें न्ही सो थँक्यू म्हूण बसो
मेंबर श्री ढवळीकर
महाशय आज जे 2019-20 बजेट मांडला ते बजेट जनरल डिस्कशन करपा खातीर हांव उबो आसा आनी म्हाका याद आसा ती फाटल्या ओळींची स्मरुनी गोमंत देवी मूर्ती सौख्यता प्रेम बरे हृदय बरे नमनता वपदा हे बरयता आसतनाच आज दुसरे आयले ताजेरूच देखणीती जीवने जी तृप्तीची तीर्थोदके चांदणे जातून व्हाये शुभ्र पाऱ्यासारखे. सुंदर ओळी, सुंदर अर्थ, पण त्या अर्थाक सगळ्यांनी जागपाची आवश्यकता आसा. सहज परत सगळे बजेट आयकता आसतना आनी भितर गेलो आणि जे 4 ओळी मेळ्ळ्यो आनी ते म्हणजे आमचे त्या वेळा वयले महात्मा ज्योतिबा फुले. विद्ये विना मती गेली, मती विना नीती गेली, नीती विना गती गेली, गती विना वित्त गेले. इतके अनर्थ एका अविद्येने केले. अविद्या. मुख्यमंत्री सांगतो तो. हांव सांगना. तांकां कळ्ळें भुरग्यांक कळ्ळें कितें जालें. सुंदर अर्थ ज्योतिबा फुलेंचो आनी ताका स्मरून जर सगळ्यांनी काम केलें जाल्यारच हें शक्य आसा. त्रुटी दिता टुरिजम डिपार्टमेंटा हातूंत कांयच दिवना, स्पोर्ट्स डिपार्टमेंटा दिवना, आर्ट एंड कल्चर मिनिस्टर भरपूर उलयता आपूण हें करता तें करता. बाबूचे एक थिएटर करता म्हणून सांगलां, तेंय हातूंत कांय ना. बाबू टुरिजम मिनिस्टर एकादलो बजेटांत दाखयलो आसतलें, हांगा घालपाक विसरलो. पूण एक गोश्ट लक्षांत हाडात, आमचे बुजुर्ग मनीस आतां उलयले सहकारी साखर कारखान्याचेर. हांव अभिमानान म्हणटा तेन्ना आमदार आशिल्ले ते, जेन्ना हो कारखानो चालू जालो 1972. शशिकल 72. I know the dates. Goa Dairy and this कारखाना 120 कोटी काय 101 कोटी लॉस जाले म्हणटा. इज नॉट अ लॉस. कोण सांगता लॉस जालो म्हणून. सगळ्यो गोष्टी प्रॉफिटान येना. दिस इज अ कोऑपरेटिव्ह सेक्टर. हे लक्षात दवरपाक जाय. लॉस करचो न्हय. खंय कितें आसा तें बंद करचें. आज कितलीं कुटुंब त्या ह्याचेर जगता. आज 40 वर्सां जालीं त्या कारखान्याक. 40 वर्सां कारखान्याक जावन जर तो 120 कोटी जर जालो आनी 10,000 लोक आज ताजेर जगता, तो लॉस. काल तो बंद जातलो म्हणून सांगलो. आमी उलयता आसतना विचार करना. इतल्या वर्सां लोक ताजेर उबे जाल्या. शेतकरी कुटुंब उबे जाला. एक दिशा दवरून, विजन दवरून त्या वेळेर माझी त्या वेळा वयले आमचे मोगो पक्षाचे नेते भाऊसाहेब बांदोडकरान हो कारखानो केल्लो, तशी डेअरी केल्ली. ती बंद करपाक न्हय. ती बरे तरेन मुखार कशी चलपाक जाय हें पळोवपाची आवश्यकता आसा. तें प्रोविजन हातूंत जाय आशिल्लें 35 कोटी न्हय, 100 कोटी प्रोविजन जाय आशिल्लें. कारण म्हाज्या म्हायती प्रमाणे 700 कुटुंबां आज ऊस रोयता. जवळ जवळ त्याच्या चौपट आज ही कुटुंबां हाजेर बेज आसा. तुमकां खबर आसा, तुमी म्हजे पेक्षा तातूंत चड जाणा. 3 फावटी प्रॉफिटान आयल्या. तुमच्या वेळार क्रशिंग सिजनात 75,000 मेट्रीक टन्स ऊस काडला. हांव स्वता कोऑपरेशन मिनिस्टर, तुमी केल्लो म्हाका. त्या वेळार आय हॅव क्रॉस 60,000 आनी आय हॅव ब्रॉट ऑलमोस्ट से अबाउट तितलोच भायल्यान हाडलो. जो उतार आसा ताका उतार म्हणटा. साखरेचो उतार तो आमचे ऊसा 6.5 आसता. जेन्ना आमी वयलो ऊस हाडटा तेन्ना तो 8.5चेर पावता. आनी ताची एवरेज जी आसता ती 7.5 ते 8 हाचे भितर आसता. पूण व्हाय इट इज इन डिलॅपिडेटेड कंडिशन टुडे? कारण कोणीच तातूंत जी मशिनरी काम करपाक जाय मशिनरीचे तें काम केलें ना. कोणीच तातूंत जे पळय नवे नवे वेगळे वेगळे हे आयल्यात ते इम्प्लिमेंट करूना आनी त्या खातीर ताजी परिस्थिती आज आसली अशी जाल्या. हे मॉडर्नायझेशन करपाक म्हाका दिसता शालिनीताई पाटील सहकारी साखर कारखान्याक हो प्रोजेक्ट रिपोर्ट तयार करपाक दिलो, म्हाका याद आसा. तो प्रोजेक्ट रिपोर्ट आयला काल ताणें नोट केला. आनी अशी जेन्ना 10,000 लोक सहकारी साखर कारखान्याचेर जगता, हांव जगता म्हणटा, त्या शिवाय काम करता ते वेगळे, हांव काम करता ते धन्ना, कोणी चोल ना तांकां भितर घाला. काल बाब चर्चिलान एका गोश्टीर सांगले की आमी वचून इन्स्पेक्शन करता रोडार. तांणी वचपाची गरज ना. जर तांकां दिसता थंय कित्याक कितें केलां, तो PWD रोड आसूं नाजाल्यार कोणीय केला आसूं, तो भितर पडपा जाय. घाला इन्क्वायरी विजिलन्स डिपार्टमेंटाची आनी करा तांकां अटक. एक थंय 5 कोटी रुपया खावन गेलो कोण तरी ऑफिसर. तो ऑफिसर 5 कोटी कोण खावन गेला ताची इन्क्वायरी करा, ताका भितर उडया. ही तपास करा. शेतकरी कुटुंबांतल्यान जन्मल्ले मंत्री हांगा आसा आनी हें करपाकूच जाय. आनी हे जर केलें जाल्यार तुका आमी सुद्दां मानतले. कारण 10,000 लोक शेतकऱ्याचे कुटुंब म्हणजे साधारण 2 ते 3,000 शेतकऱ्याची कुटुंबां आज त्या कारखान्याचेर जगता. आनी त्या खातीर जर कितलें बजेट प्रोविजन करपाक जाय जाल्यार मुख्यमंत्र्यान तें करपाक जाय. हो म्हाजो भावार्थ आसा आनी प्रश्न आसा आनी ताणें तें करून घेवपाक जाय. आज त्याचे विशयी ह्या बजेटांत ना. स्पोर्ट्सांत नॅशनल गेम्स आसा. नॅशनल गेम्स विशीं हांव एकादलो विसरलो आसत, हांव सांगूं शकना, पूण नॅशनल गेम्स आमी 3 फावटी पोस्टपोन केले. त्याचे विशीं आसपाक जाय आशिल्लें तें म्हाका दिसलें ना. तशेंच बाकीचे विशय खूब आसात, पूण त्याच प्रमाणे जे बजेट स्पिचीत आज मुख्यमंत्र्यान दिला ते कार्यरत करपा खातीर ताणें मुखार सरपाची आवश्यकता आसा आनी ताका सगळ्यांची हातभार लावपाची आवश्यकता आसा. आनी हे मुखार जर व्हरतलो आसत जाल्यार सगळ्यांत पयलीं पयशांची गरज आसा. जशें बाबू सदांच म्हणटा पयशे जाय. ग्रावंड मागलो बाबू कडेन की तो पयशे जाय हें म्हणटा. आनी त्या खातीरूच म्हाका दिसता की हे पयशे कशे उबे करतलो हें ताणें पयलीं सांगपाचें आसा. एक बरी गोश्ट म्हाका कळ्ळी की नवें खातें सेंट्रल गव्हर्मेंटाक जालां आनी तातूंतल्यान पाणयाचो प्रश्न मुखार सुटूंक शकता. आनी पाणयाचो जर प्रश्न सुटलो आनी नवे खात्यांतल्यान ते जर पयशे मेळटा, कित्याक आमचे जे नॉर्म्स आसा ते इतले हाय आसा की आमी एक्काय स्किमीत थंय बसना. आमी सद्या नॉर्म्स इज 65 लिटर्स पर पर्सन इन रुरल एरिया, 100 liters per person in urban area. We have crossed urban area 150. We have crossed more than 100. तुम्ही 100 liters सुद्धा मान्य म्हाका. We have crossed 100 liters also. Especially in Sakri, we have crossed almost say about 180 liters per person. हे जेन्ना नॉर्म्स थंय आसा तो पर्यंत आमकां पयशे मेळचे ना आनी त्या खातीर हें पटोवपाची आवश्यकता आसा. आनी जो पर्यंत हें आमी थंय पटयना तो पर्यंत आमची एकूय स्कीम आमची सेंट्रल गव्हर्मेंट एप्रूव करचो. अशेंच प्रायम मिनिस्टर सडक योजना त्या विशीं हेचेर ना, ज्या कडेन आमकां पयशे मेळूं शकता. प्रायम मिनिस्टर सडक योजनेक 249 कोटी आमकां सँक्शन जाल्ले काय 239.
किती मिनटात आहे?
आतां घेतल्या टायम 6 पर्यंत आसा.
आनी कोण ना त्या खातीर किती मिनटात आहे?
हांव 2 तास सुद्दां उलोवंक शकता तशें कांय ना
Tell me.
कारण विशय इज व्हेरी इम्पॉर्टंट आसा पळय म्हाका 10 मिनटां चलता आनी 2 मिनटांनीय सोंपोवंक शकता
15 मिनिटं. Under rules section of the rules of procedure and conduct of the business, I move a motion to extend the duration of the sitting of the House by 15 minutes.
Those in favor?
Those in favor is say aye. Aye. The motion is carried.
सो हांवें जर नॉर्म्स चेंज केले तांणी जाल्यार हे सगळे पयशे तुका सरकाराक मेळूंक शकता मागीर ते 80-20 आसूं 60-40 आसूं किंवा 50-50 आसूं आनी ह्यो सगळे करतलो जाल्यार कोणी तरी ताचो फॉलोअप करपाक जाय नाजाल्यार त्यो गोश्टी जायना तातूंत आनी एक प्रोजेक्ट हेतूंत उरलो जो MOSTच्यान पास केला इन प्रिंसिपल आनी तो म्हणजे बोरीम ब्रिज अलॉंग विथ बोरीम अलायनमेंट. स्पीकर सर, जशी शुगर फॅक्टरीची परिस्थिती आसा तशीच फाल्यां जे कॉलिंग अटेन्शन आसा तातूंत गोवा डेअरीची परिस्थिती जशी जाल्या. आमचो जर ओवरऑल रिक्वायरमेंट ऑफ मिल्क जर धरत जाल्यार इट इज ऑलमोस्ट से अबाउट 2,75,000 लिटर्स पर डे आनी 2,75,000 लिटर्स ऑफ मिल्क गोंयांत प्रोड्यूस करूं शकता की ना ह्याचेर आमी अजून पसून विचारूच करूं ना. एज ऑन टुडे गोवा डेअरीक सादारण 48,000 to 52,000 पर्यंत मिल्क येता. वायलट जे सुमूल आसा ते सांगता 20,000 लिटर पर डे येता म्हणून, पूण म्हाज्या म्हायती प्रमाणे इट इज नॉट मोर दॅन 12,000. आय डोंट नो, म्हजी जी म्हायती आसा त्या प्रमाणे तुमी चॅक करा. हांव ताजेर चड घेवन बसना न्हय, कारण शेवट हे कित्याक हांव चॅक करा म्हणटा, कारण तुमी ताका इन्सेंटीव दिता. म्हजे भावार्थ कितें आसा की गोंयचे शेतकऱ्याक इन्सेंटीव दिवपाकूच जाय, पूण तो जर भायल्या लोकांक जर वता आनी तें जर दूद हांगा येवन परत ते खंय गुजरातांत किंवा आनी खंय वता जाल्यार तें जावपाक जायना. हो म्हजो भावार्थ. तें कशें कंट्रोल करपाचें तें करा. आनी हेच तातूंत इम्पॉर्टंट आसा. आनी त्या खातीर जो आमी 8 ते 9 रुपया आनी समथींग वी आर गिवींग इन्सेंटिव्स, तो मागीर वाडोवपाकूय तुमकां मेळटलो. तशेंच तुमच्यो स्किमी आसा तातूंत, ताजेरूय तुमी विचार करपाक जाय. कारण स्किमीत खुबश्यो गोश्टी म्हणजे ज्यो कितें जाय त्यो तातूंत ना, त्यो घालपाचो प्रयत्न करा. आनी त्या खातीरूच फुडें उलयता आसतना गोवा डेअरी भाऊसाहेब बांदोडकराच्या टेन्युअरांत जाल्ली. 1972 ती चालू जाली. कोऑपरेशन डिपार्टमेंट जें आशिल्लें ताजे अंडर आशिल्ली. त्या नंतर 1983-84 ही डेअरी सोसायटी म्हणून जाली आनी त्या नंतर ती सोसायटी ऑटोनॉमस बॉडी जाली. हें आमी लक्षांत दवरपाक जाय. त्या वेळार ताजे पयलीं त्या डेअरी, त्या नंतर डेअरीक म्हणटा तो कोणी हातभार लायिल्लो ना आज बसून. सो आमकां सुमूल जायच का आमकां गोवा डेअरी जाय, कारण गोवा डेअरीचेर मॅक्झिमम शेतकरी डिपेंड आसा. हायेस्ट नंबर ऑफ शेतकरी गोंयचे जे आसा ते गोवा डेअरी कडेन वता. थोडे काही प्रमाणात ते सुमुला कडेन वता. आनी हाजेर विचार करपा सारकी तयारी गव्हर्मेंटान सरकारान दवरपाची आवश्यकता आसा. आनी त्याच खातीर ह्यो योजना साकार जर करतले आसत जाल्यार पयलीं सगळ्याक आर्थीक विवंचना आसा ती घट्ट करपाक जाय. म्हाका बरें दिसलें माननीय त्या वेळा वयले मुख्यमंत्री दिवंगत मनोहर पर्रीकरान सरप्लस बजेट मांडिल्लो 400 प्लस. तेच आमच्या मुख्यमंत्र्यान मुखार व्हरपाचो प्रयत्न करचो, त्या बद्दल दुबाव ना. पूण हे सरप्लस बजेट मांडटा आसतना हांव मुख्यमंत्र्याक एक प्रश्न करता की फाटलें जें बजेट आशिल्लें तें बजेट पूर्णपणे वापरलें गेलें काय कितें, काय डिपार्टमेंटाक कॅश असायनमेंटूच मेळूं ना. प्रत्येक डिपार्टमेंटाक सर्टेन अमावंट दिल्ले आसता आणि सर्टेन अमावंट दिले नंतर ते डिपार्टमेंट त्या त्या भागात काम करता. जेन्ना ते डिपार्टमेंट काम करता ताका जर मागिल्लो कॅश असायनमेंट मेळूं ना जाल्यार तो डिपार्टमेंट चलतलो कसो? कारण फिगरां पळोवपाक बरी दिसता, पूण जेन्ना एक्चुअल काम आमी करता तेन्ना तें काम मुखार वचना. तें कित्याक वचना ते करपाक, कारण मायनिंग बंद पडलां. तुवें फक्त 1000 कोटीच मागले म्हणून आयकलें हांवें. 1000 न्हय, आमी तांचे कडेन 3500 कोटी मागपाक जाय. तूं मागीर ते कशेंय माग, कारण रिपेमेंट माग, मायनिंग चालू जाले नंतर परत दिता म्हणून माग. पूण त्या शिवाय तुजे हे जे तुमी फिगर दिल्या ती तुजें चलचें ना. तुमी कितलेय आमकां सांगात, पूण जो पर्यंत तुज्या हातांत एट दीस स्टेज जे रिपेमेंट तुमी करपाचें आसा, कॉन्ट्रॅक्टर काम करना. तुमचे PWD मिनिस्टरा विचारा, 500 कोटी ताका आतांच्या बजेटा प्रमाणे ताका 550 कोटी ताका मेळपाक जाय आशिल्ले. मेळ्ळ्या काय विचारा? ना मेळूं. तो 130 काय 140 कोटीचेर आसा. नॅशनल गेम्या पयशे मेळ्ळे काय विचारा? टुरिजमाची कामां चालू आसा ती पळया. तुमच्या GSIDCत म्हाका सांगात तुमी कितले पयशे दिवपाचे आसा ते. ती जी टेंडराची कामां करना पळय ती एकट्यान 3 कामां घेतल्या आनी एकट्यान 3 कामां घेतल्या. एक काम केलां तागेलो इतलो पेमेंट आसा तो पेमेंट जायना म्हणून तो फुडलें दुसरें काम करना. अशी परिस्थिती तुमच्या कॉन्स्टिट्युएन्सीत आसा, म्हजे कॉन्स्टिट्युएन्सीत आसा, PWDच्या मिनिस्टराच्या कॉन्स्टिट्युएन्सीत आसा, टुरिजम मिनिस्टराच्या कॉन्स्टिट्युएन्सीत आसा, प्रत्येकाचे आसा. सगळ्यांक मदीं तो मातसो डांबराचो विशय जालो. पूण बाकीचें कितें? जवळ जवळ 250 कोटीची वॉटर सप्लाय कामां चल्ल्या. हांव अभिमानान सांगता. आनी आमच्या जाणें जाल्यार तुमच्या, म्हज्या आनी माजी मुख्यमंत्री दिगंबर कामतीच्या प्रश्न तो ना. ती कामां कंप्लीट करपा जाय. पूण हे जर करतलो आसत जाल्यार तुवें 3500 कोटी मागीर ते कशेंय तरी हाडपाकूच जाय. 100 कोटीचे बॉन्ड. काल हांवें प्रश्न काडिल्लो सॅक्युरिटीचेर. हांव येतलो फायनान्स जेन्ना बजेट आसा त्या दिसा येतलो, कारण इट इज रिक्वायर्ड. म्हजो विशय नजरेक हाडपाचो आनी तें हांव करतलो. कारण 100 कोटी आमी कांयच करूं शकना. म्हाका दिसता एज ऑन टुडे ताजी बिलाच 400 कोटी आहा. ताणें सांगचें ना म्हणून म्हाका. ताणें सांगल्या तर ताणें 400 कोटी ना म्हटलं हांव बसता हांगा भाशणूच करना. हें कशें आमी करतले? एज्युकेशनांत हांव एज्युकेशनाच्या डिमांडा उलयतलो आनी पुस्तकां घेवन उलयतलो. आमच्या वेळा वयली पुस्तकां घेतलो, तुज्या वेळा वयली पुस्तकां घेतलो. आतांची पयले दुसरे पुस्तकां आसा पळय तातूंत कितें आसा आनी ताचो अर्थ कितें तोय सांगता. आनी ह्याचो अर्थ तांकां सांग. तुज्या आमदारांनी ह्याचो अर्थ मागला. हे बरयला ताचो अर्थ तुज्या आमदारांनी मागला तांकां सांग कोंकणीत. सवाती मातशे विशय खूब आसा म्हणून म्हटलें 2 तासूय उलोवं शकता हेचेर, पूण हांव चड उलयना. खूब ज्यो स्किमी आसा त्यो स्किमी म्हाका दिसता तातूंत एकदां लक्ष घालपाची आवश्यकता आसा. म्हाका दिसता आमी जवळ जवळ 500 ते 550 कोटी रुपया स्किमीचेर सद्या वता. थोड्यो बंद आसा आनी आधार, गृह आधारा सारक्यो स्किमी हांव ताचें फक्त लक्ष हाडटा. त्यो चलना सद्या, त्यो बंद आसा. हांगा त्यो केल्या म्हणून आसा पूण त्यो सद्या बंद आसा. आनी दुसरी गोश्ट कोणीय कार्यकर्ते वता थंय आनी कित्याक कितें सांगता नांव पिड्ड्यार तुमचें जाता. जो तुमचो खरो कार्यकर्ता आसा तो गेल्या आमकां कांय दिसना, पूण आज सत्ता आसा हांगा म्हणून तो थंय आयला आनी फाल्यां सत्ता थंय गेला म्हणून थंय गेला. अशे कार्यकर्त्यांक थंय धाडनाका, आमकां कांय ना. पूण मातशें ताजेर लक्ष दवरा. आमी ताका भुरकुटे म्हणटा, आज हांगा फाल्यां थंय. आनी त्या खातीरूच हांव हे मुद्दाम नोंद करता. गृह आधार स्कीम कित्याक चलना तर ते घरा कडेन वता आनी सांगता कितें आमी फाल्यां चालू करता, तुमी हो फॉर्म भरा. आमकां ताचें देणें घेणें कांय ना. आनी ते कितले फॉर्म भरले जाल्यार म्हाका देणें घेणें ना. पूण ज्या तरेन ते करता तें बरोबर न्हय. आमचो एक शहापूर म्हणून वार्ड आसा, टोटल एक समाज आसा थंय. त्या समाजा कडेन वचून काल एका कार्यकर्त्यान, कालची गोश्ट ही, एका कार्यकर्त्यान हें संभाशण केलां. आमी रिकॉर्ड करून दवरलां, जाय जाल्यार हांव रिकॉर्डिंग हाडून दाखयतां. पूण तशें करप बरोबर न्हय. हें करता आसतना मनान स्वच्छ, जशें आज हें म्हाका अर्थ तूं सांग तांकां. आमदारांनी सगळ्यांनी हो तुजें बरें सुंदर बरयलां, हांवें वाचलें आनी खरेंच सुंदर आसा. विनोबा भावेचें हें आनी दुसरो पळयलो, तांकां सगळ्यांनी अर्थ सांग म्हणून सांगला. तो अर्थ सांग, ना जाल्यार हांव सांगताच, जाय जाल्यार परत ना. स्मरून गोमंत देवी मूर्ती सौख्यदा, प्रेम बरे हृदय बरे. ते कळतं तुम्हाला. कार्यांची, दामोदर कार्यांची ती कविता आहे आणि गोव्यातील कवी आहे. सुंदर असं वर्णन केलं आहे त्यांनी. ते त्यांनी लिहिलं होतं, त्यानंतर ह्यांनी पण लिहिलं आहे, ते पण चांगलं आहे. ह्यांनी पण लिहिलं ते चांगलं आहे. सो ते विचार बजेट साकार करतना दवरचे, जशे कवितेत सांगल्या, जशे ओळी विनोबा भावेचे दवरल्या, म्हाका आवडले, त्या बद्दल दुमत ना. विथ दीस आय एम कन्क्लुडिंग माय स्पीच. थँक्यू.
कॉपी दे. ह्या सभागृहाकडे आणि आयज कसलेच कामकाज नासल्या कारणान हे सभागृह फाल्यां शुक्रार दिनांक 19 जुलय 2019 ह्या दिसा सकाळी 11:30 पर्यंत स्थगीत करता.
पप्पा तुका याद आसा न्हू?
हय, याद आसा.